New at 5, violence against women. It's an issue we know all too well right here in Green Country and across the entire state.
Absolutely. This week, leaders from across the country are working right here in Tulsa to figure out the best ways to fight it. Fox 23's Julia Gorman joins us live outside River Spirit Casino Resort. Julia, what are they telling you?
John, Sarah, good evening. Yeah, there's actually about 400 leaders right here inside the casino and resort. They're just about to actually wrap up the sessions this evening. And those are folks from the federal level all the way down to our local tribes here in northeastern Oklahoma. And after speaking with a handful of those leaders today, I learned they're really working here this week to assess how violence against women is being approached and fought here across the United States and any ways that we can improve or strengthen our fight against it. Shawn Partridge is the director of the Muskogee Nation Center for Victim Services. She's one of hundreds of leaders from across the U.S. making up the 18th annual Government to Government Violence Against Women Tribal Consultation in Tulsa this week.
Our ability to have this dialogue, to talk about those challenges, the needs that we have, and also to be able to hold the federal government accountable to their federal trust responsibility, it's really critical.
Hosted by the U.S. Department of Justice's Office on Violence Against Women, the purpose is to listen to tribal leaders from across the country, talk about how their fight against this longtime issue is going, and work to figure out how resources on all levels can strengthen it.
And I think the takeaway from it is that when we work together, we get to solutions a lot faster.
Director of the Office on Violence Against Women, Rosemary Hidalgo, points out we're just shy of 30 years since the Violence Against Women Act was put into law.
This is not going to be ended by governments, right? It's going to be ended by our communities, by everyone recognizing what role they can play to help prevent and end domestic violence and sexual assault.
And while this week is tribal focused, Partridge points out her center helps everyone, not just tribal citizens.
I really want people and the people of Tulsa to understand that the work that the tribe and tribes are doing, it doesn't just benefit our citizens, but it benefits all community members.
Now, if you're not familiar, we have lots of nationwide resources if you or someone you know is dealing with domestic violence, but we also have a lot of really great resources right here in our Green Country community. If you're not familiar with DVIS or DIVIS, it's a great resource. If you or someone you know is struggling, they do have a 24-hour information and crisis line. That number on your screen now, 918-743-5763. Call that number. They are always looking to help people here in our community. That information will also be posted with this story on fox23.com. For now, live here inside River Spirit, covering news that matters, I'm Julia Gorman, Fox 23 News.